All right. Well, this is going to be the first of the Slow Children at Play streams that hopefully will actually go out. I've tried doing this last week and experimented with it several times this week. Hang on, let me turn that off. And it was just giving me fits, but it seems like it is working now, so that is great. Hopefully I'll have a few of you come in over the course of this. If I don't get anybody, I'll go for 10 or 15 minutes max. If I get people, it's just as long as you all continue to want to talk. So go ahead, if you're watching, go ahead and let me know in the chat. So let's see what I'm looking at here. It looks like nobody's watching just yet, but that's okay. I didn't expect anybody to be yet. If you found this and you haven't watched any of the episodes of Shadows of Balic yet, that is the actual play that is associated with the gaming group Slow Children at Play. At least that's the one we're using right now. It is, as the name implies, a Balic based game. And if you're not a Dark Sun fan, Balic is a city-state in the southern tablelands in the world of Athos, which is the world the Dark Sun setting is set on. Beg your pardon. Let's see. We've currently already aired 2 episodes, and the next one will be out next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who aren't in the U.S. and aren't real sure how that equates to your local time, just look up. It's the same time zone as New York City, so just look that up, because I know pretty much any computer you can find New York's time zone on there. Let's see. But like I said, we've already gone through 2 episodes. The first episode was basically just everybody kind of starting to work together, and it was almost completely a battle where they were in an Argosy type caravan wagon and had been attacked by a pack of Saran, these kind of monitor lizard type humanoids, and they were having to fend them off. So, and then in the second one so far, they have, I don't want to give too much away about that, because that's kind of when if you haven't seen it yet, because that's kind of when some of the characters start to come into their own, like the Thrycreen character in particular, and for that matter, so does the human trader. They really get to do some of their things, that make them what they are. And some of the other characters in the next couple of episodes after that, you start getting a better feel for who they are, and they kind of get to do their thing, whether it be because of their race or their class or just their personality in general. If you haven't watched any of them, we have a blast while we're playing. It's one of the problems I have with editing. It is there's so much laughing going on that's so loud that it has a tendency to fuzz out the microphones. I've had to get new microphones that aren't as close to their mouths for the recording I'm going to be doing here pretty soon. Speaking of that, we recorded 16 episodes, which were snippets, little like 45, 50 minute to an hour and a half long snippets of 3 different gaming sessions that we had done that were each around 8 hours long. And that's the first half of the first season. And the second half I'm getting ready to start filming, and it's actually going to be a different group, because in the first half there are only 4 players, and then I've got an NPC kind of filling in the role of priest. And in the second half, there's going to be, let's see, 2 new players that you haven't met. One of them's actually one of my old friends that I've been gaming with for 28, 29 years now. But as far as people that you haven't met, there's going to be 2 new players. And then my wife is going to play a third character just to help, because a 2-player party is kind of limited in what they can do, but just to kind of help fill out the party a little bit. And then I'm going to throw an NPC at that, and they're going to play through about the same amount of game time. And that way, when the second season starts, they should all be ready to meet up and hopefully gel as a party. And they'll all be about 5th level then. Unless they just completely decide they don't like each other, and then we're going to have to figure out how that works. But I'm sure we'll figure that out on camera. It'll be a lot of fun. One of the characters one of the new players, the one that is not my old friend, is a new friend that I've only had over to the house once, but I actually met him on the main Dark Sun Facebook page. That's kind of the biggest hangout of Darkset fans, as far as I know. I mean, I know there's a Discord server, but I don't think it gets as much actual visitation and as much back and forth as the Facebook page does. So that was kind of cool. He just happened to say, "Hey, I live in Knoxville, Tennessee," and he just happened to say, "Hey, I'm in the Knoxville area. Is there anybody here that plays Dark Sun?" And I shot him a message, and then we figured out that he would probably be good to fill out this new party. So let me look at my notes real quick to make sure that I am not forgetting to say something that I felt like was pretty important. I guess I haven't said this. I'm going to try to do this barring emergencies that come up. I'm going to be doing on scheduling. I'm going to be doing this live stream every Friday night at 7, and beg your pardon, the actual play for the week will premiere on Wednesday night at 8. Both of those are in Eastern time zone, whether it be standard or daylight at that given time of the year. We've got so far I've already shot enough to get us through mid-May, I think, for every week. So you'll always have something. You'll always have another episode coming up. It won't be like some of the actual plays you see that they just record whenever they can all get together, and because they're a group of adults, sometimes that takes a while before their schedules align. I've got the same issue, but I do my recording before and then do all my editing and stuff, and then upload them as a big batch, so that by the time they're uploaded, I've got 2 or 3 months worth of episodes out ahead of me while I'm recording the new stuff and have time to get to that. Let's see. Speaking of things that happen during the show and during this live stream, during the show I've got a contest running. It's kind of a nested contest. There's a weekly contest that then rolls over into for at least the first half of the first season, if you participate in every episode, every weekly episode on that. And it is I ask a question about something that happened in the episode, and if you comment the correct answer about that question, then you're entered into I then take all the correct answers and randomize them and choose one. And the winner of that for the week will get a electronic game token. And right now, since this is my first time streaming, I don't have my I don't have like my any of my overlay or any of like the pictures of stuff so I can pull it up and show you. But they're going to be either monsters, NPCs, or some of the PCs, and they'll be in two different formats, PNG, so that you can use it on like a virtual tabletop, or PDF, which you can also use on a virtual tabletop, or you could print it out and cut it out and use it actually at on your physical tabletop. And they're all properly scaled. You know, like the Nightmare Beast is about this big around, while a normal person's about like that. And then smaller creatures are even smaller. And I've got a bunch of them. I've got everything from Sacha and Wine, you know, the two floating heads, all the sorcerer kings and queens, a bunch of different just random guys and women, you know, gladiators and fighters and thieves and priests and templars and the like. And then, like I said, a lot of monsters too, and a lot of Dark Sun specific monsters. So you'll win one of those on the weekly if you get the right answer, and you're chosen from the list of right answers randomly as the winner. If nobody gives the right answer or nobody comments, then that particular week's token rolls over into the next week. So the person who, if somebody wins next week, they win that one plus a new one. And then for anyone, my second contest, the prize is actually, I've got right here, so I don't need a picture of it, is this it's made out of aluminum rings that are that look golden. It's a dice bag, and I believe I figured out that it holds around 70 dice, normal size dice, just standard, not large or small, but just standard dice. It's a pretty good size. It's 5.5 inches by 3 inches, something like that, by, and the same direction that way if you pull it out like that. So it's a pretty decent size. It'll hold 5 or 6 complete sets of dice in it, and it'd be something unique that nobody else has. I've made that myself. I've got several of them I've made in different colors, and to win that, what you'll need is you'll need to have the correct answer in every week's, for at least the first 16 weeks, every week's comments, and then from the people who do that, once again, I'll put them in a pile and choose one randomly, and that will be the winner of that. Now this, unlike the token, which I can email to anybody, this I have to actually mail. So you'd have to be a citizen, or not citizen. You'd have to live inside the United States before to be eligible for that, because I got to mail it out. And international shipping is expensive. So, okay, so that's got a lot. That's got the contest, the basics of what I'm trying to do here. I'm looking forward to when this catches on and I actually have, chat to respond to, because then it can be more lively. Also, I'm planning on pulling in some of the players. Oh, you hear my dogs? I don't know if you can hear them or not. But I'm planning on pulling in some of the players to be host with me. It's just until I knew for sure that I had it up and running, it made no sense for somebody to drive 20 minutes and give up their evening if a technical glitch was going to keep me from being able to stream. So once I get a few regulars in here, as far as people who catch the stream every day, I'll get maybe Sullivan, or might be able to get Jolene, my wife, to come on here with me first, since she's the easiest one. I just have to stick my head out in the hall and holler for her, although she's not feeling so great right now, so I can't do that with her. Let's see. I guess about all I've got left is just to tell you about plug a few things and tell you that I do have plans for a second season. There's somebody I would like to pull in as a guest DM too for like a Halloween episode, but I don't know. I might be able to lean on him and get him to do it. It would be great. It would not be, well, it might be a Dark Sun episode. It'd more than likely be a Ravenloft episode. But that will be cool if we can get that done. Maybe next year, if not this year. But I need to let you know that I have, if you want to help support me and help me to improve not only this stream, but especially the live play, like by getting better equipment in particular, and maybe even being able to hire somebody who can actually sit there and watch what's being recorded and tell me when a camera goes out, or adjust something, a technical person, then you can do that by going to my Subscribestar. The link will be in the description. And if you like the looks of this Slow Children at Play t-shirt that is specifically designed for Dark Sun, because I put them a little obsidian dagger and a tortoise blade here. If you want to get that t-shirt, I will also put the link for that down there as well, and that will help too. Any help you can give me, I dearly appreciate. I guess I'll show you what this is based on. We had a Slow Children at Play sign that hung out on it's kind of a family drive back here, and had been out there for years, and it had the look of having been out there for years. So it had been, my stepdaughter had pulled it down, put it in her room for a while, and then she left it when she moved out. So I went and got it, and like I said, I drew on it there and there, added a comma there, and decided that it was a pretty good, made for a pretty good logo for the group. So I guess that's about all I've got, since I don't have anyone right now to chat with. I don't think, let me look, nope, don't have anyone to chat with right now, so I will not bore you any further. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys next week. And remember, if you're seeing this, go ahead and get in on that contest, because not only can you win when you comment and like and subscribe, that helps boost the channel. Oh, there is one more thing I was going to say. Speaking of improving, one thing I'm very aware of and am really working hard on improving is I ran into a lot of technical issues while filming this. Between the mics being, I've got these little lavalier mics, and they pinned them to their shirts, and they were like, some of them, they were touching their throats, so it made it fuzz out that way. The cameras sometimes just didn't work. I think I'm getting better at using OBS, so hopefully I figured that out. But I'm going to get more mics, like I bought this one and experimented with it. I'm going to get more mics like this, and instead of having a lavalier mic on each person, just set one of these between each of the two of them. So your support will help with that immensely, because right now, I'm not making anything off of this right now. I'm just doing it for the love of the game, and to hope that any of you all who don't get to play at least get to enjoy seeing Dark Sun played in I don't know that I would say it's a traditional style necessarily, although this is the way I've always played it, but definitely played with using actual 2E rules, not kind of a mishmash of 2E and roll or D20 rules, as you see in a lot of the ones that claim to be 2E rules. All right, I said I'd let you go before. If you're still here, I really appreciate it, and I'll I'll see you again next Saturday. Hopefully I will actually see a few of you on. I'm really looking forward to your questions, your comments. And I'll go ahead and find the stop streaming button. There we go, end stream. And you have a great day. Happy gaming.